Good morning, Om Shanti. This is the Murli of 6th August and this is an Madhuban Avyakt Murli of 31-3-95. Means it is a revised Murli of 31-3-95. The heading is the gift of the Mala of meeting God are the crown, the throne and the tilak. The gift of the Mela of meeting God are the crown, the throne and the tilak. Today, the unlimited Mela means the meeting. Today, the unlimited Father is saying all of you children in your unlimited form. The Father is unlimited and all of you are also unlimited masters and also the children. Bab Dada is pleased to see all the loving and cooperative children and the children are also happy to see the Father. Does the Father have a greater happiness or do the children? When the Bab Dada Milan is there in a Mount Abu, so Baba said that you are happy or I am happy. Does the Father have greater happiness or the children? What would you say? Both. This is known as the Mela, means the meeting with the God. Many Melas takes place, but the Melas of meeting God only take place at the confluence age. They cannot take place at any other time throughout the cycle. It is happening now and it will happen again. All of you are enjoying the Mela, are you not? Mela means this picnic to meeting to the God are enjoying. Bab Dada is pleased to see the fortune of the children and he sings the song in his heart. Wah children, wah. Oh my children, oh my great children, oh. You never dreamt of this fortune, you never even thought of this fortune, but you are now experiencing elevated fortune practically. The line of elevated fortune is sparkling on the forehead of each one of you. All of you are sparkling stars, and are you not? You have this elevated fortune of yours in your awareness. Do you not? Why is this fortune elevated? Because all of you fortunate souls have taken a divine Brahman birth through the bestower of fortune. The Father is called the bestower of fortune and Brahma is called the bestower of fortune also. The birth of all of you have taken place through Bab Dada, the fortune of someone whose father is the bestower of fortune himself, would be so elevated. You are celebrating a meeting with God, are you not? You are also celebrating. It is very good. If the double foreigners were not present in an unlimited Mela, it would not be an unlimited Mela. So all of you also have special parts that the Father and all the children are pleased to see you. Therefore, the number one fortune is to take birth through the bestower of fortune, as well as this throughout the cycle. From the golden age to the iron age, has anyone ever received any birth? The fortune of having Supreme Soul as the Father, the Teacher and the Sadguru, and also the one who fulfills the responsibilities of relationship. You have received it now. However, you say with faith and intoxication that the one who is sustaining you is the Supreme Soul. People of the world just say that the God is their sustainer, whereas you say from your practical experience that God is your Father, that He is your sustainer, He is sustaining you. Do you have this intoxication or do you sometimes forget it a little? No, Baba, no. What happen is that whilst moving alone, you consider your elevated fortune to be ordinary. It is elevated, but you consider it to be ordinary. So, because of thinking it to be ordinary, the sparkle of intoxication and the happiness that you should constantly have, that you shouldn't forget for even a second, disappears. Because you have found the Father and know that He belongs to you and that you also belong to Him. You take it for granted. He does belongs to you. Since He belongs to you, you should have this intoxication. You should have this spiritual intoxication. You do have it, but it's sometimes elevated, sometimes of the middle level and sometimes of the ordinary level. Just think, our Father is the Supreme Soul. The Supreme Soul is also directly your teacher. What teaching he has given you? What has he made you? Trinetri, Trikaldarshi and Trilokinath. You have 3 eyes, you have a knowledge of 3 worlds, okay, and you have know your 3 stages. Does anyone else study for such an education? No. Until now, have you ever heard of this degree? You know of the degrees of becoming a judge or barristers or a doctor or an engineer, but you have heard of the degree of becoming Trilokinath and Trilokdarshi, Trikaldarshi, Trinetri and knowledgeful. Do you have that much of degree? Has anyone from the copper age through the iron age ever received it? Did you receive it? You have also taken 63 births. Neither has anyone received it, nor will anyone receive it. Such is your teacher. No matter how many experiments scientists undertake, they still cannot reach the Trilok. Okay, they still cannot reach the supreme abode of us. They cannot attain the knowledge of all the 3 words. Whereas even a 5-year-old child amongst you gives the knowledge of the 3 words. He would also say with the intoxication, yes, there is the subtle region and the corporeal world. So the Supreme Soul is also the teacher. He enabled you to attain this degree with his elevated teachings. However, the greatest status in the world is the ruling status. Therefore, you also receive the that status by studying only. So, he has made you into the kings. Are you a king, or do you still have to become one? You are a king, and yet you are sitting on the floor. You don't even have a solid building. You are sitting in the tents. So just see, the most elevated status in ruling status is the ruling status. You are sitting in a tent, but you become the king in the next Satyuga. So you are a self-sovereign at this time, and you also have to become a world ruler in the future. This is firm, is it not? Who has to rule? Or will another king rule over you? No, all of you become kings. Baba has that much of affection with us that he says all of you will become kings, all of you will rule. So have you also prepared your subjects, or will you rule over yourself? Therefore, just look at your fortune. The Supreme Soul is your teacher, the one who gives you the ruling status. Then, as the Sadguru, what does a Guru do? He gives you a mantra. So, what mantra did the Sadguru give you? Man Manabhav. Okay? Man Manabhav means you have to control your mind. Okay? Control your mind and do as the Shrimat is there. Okay, we have control of our mind, our 5-6 sense organs. We have to control of that organs. You receive the great mantra from a Sadguru, and you also received all the blessings. How many blessings have you received? Look at your list of blessings. It is so long. You receive a blessing every day. Every day Baba gives us a blessing. You have been receiving them for so long. No Guru can give as many blessings to his followers. Have you ever seen such a Guru as a Sadguru who gives you a blessing every day? And every day there is a new blessing there. Have you that much of Sadguru? You have this intoxication now, do you not? Very good. Constantly keep it with you. Let it not be that your intoxication begin to reduce as soon as you get into the bus from here. Let it constantly continue to increase. Bab Dada constantly wishes to see each child as a number 1 in every subject. Every subject means Jnana, Yoga, Dharana or service. So, are you number 1, or do you still have to become that? Say with intoxication, I am the number 1. If I don't become this, who would? You double foreigners have double the intoxication. Do you not? It is good. The Father is also pleased that each child of his is a crown prince, not a part of subject. The subjects are to come later. All of you are still lucky that you have a chance to have this meeting. What does it matter if you have to stay in a tent? At least you are not sleeping in the dust, na? You are sleeping on a mattresses. You are receiving good Brahma Bhojan, good food here. This is the time of 95 when the yagya is started. Not that a service is broadened, not that filled with dust. You eat with love, do you not? There will be some difficulties. There have to be. Why? The game between Maya and God takes place at the same time. If you have the Mela with God, Maya will also definitely create a Jamela's chaos. Maya will also created the chaos. Your duty is to have a Mela or a meeting with the God, and her duty is to create a Jamela, means chaos. Maya duty is to make a chaos. So you had a Jamela and also had a Mela. Someone said that there was a storm there. That doesn't matter. This is the storm of your efforts, and that is a physical storm. You were not afraid of that. What happened were you. No whether storms come or rains come, no matter how much fluctuation there is, your minds are unshakable. Are they not? You mothers are not afraid, are you? Baba asked to the old ladies that, are you afraid? The tents have blown away. What shall we do? Were you a little afraid, wondering what was going to happen and whether your health would be okay or not? No matter what it is what it is. There is less stumbling and effort than in devotion, is there you not? So did you enjoy this meeting, or were you afraid seeing the Jamelas? Was no one afraid? One or two must have been afraid. You are enjoying yourself, are you not? Should we continue this meeting Mela for 2 more days? Okay, Bab Dada also tours around and sees the Jamelas of Maya. He sees the games of what the children are doing and what Maya is doing. Bab Dada is pleased to see the love of your children. Your love has created this Mela or meeting. There is a love of Father. There is a love of you children. What happens when both come together? It becomes a Mela. The scene is so enjoyable. Do you ever think that you would find such a huge family? Who would have such a large family? How many homes do you have? One. How many services place do you have? Countless. So that is also Baba's home, is it not? Baba home is your home. People say that you make people leave their homes, whereas you have actually created so many homes that you are not able to count them. You have to remember all of them. So this is not leaving your home, but creating more homes. Did you leave your family, or did you extend your family so much that it is difficult even to meet everyone? Can all the Brahmins, however many there are, meet in one place? It would be difficult, would it not? This is because it is someone else's kingdom. It is not your kingdom. However, you have found the Father and an unlimited family. So, by remembering the unlimited, you have unlimited happiness and unlimited intoxication. If you look at in a limited way, thinking I am from this country, I am from this zone, that is limited. However, you just say that in order to identify yourself, this is the zone, this is the place, but you consider yourself to be of unlimited, do you not? You have to observe the disciplines. Some even think, what is this, that you will only get food when you put on a badge. They create trouble over the meals, do they not? However, you have to do this because there is benefit in following the regulations. This is not a bondage, but a means to make you free from obstacles where there are obstacles. Do not think, what is this new systems, when we put our badges then we get the meals. These are not obstacles. This is not a bondage, but a means to make you free from obstacles where there are obstacles. Do not think, what is this new system? Your thought reached the fathers. However, you are the ones who are Maryada Purushottam, ones who follow the most elevated code of conduct, or are just the seniors Dadis Maryada Purushottam, and you are free from that. No, we are also the Maryada Purushottam. So, to be Maryada Purushottam means to be one who follows all the Maryadas, means all the rules, and stay within the line of conduct. The lesson of Hanji means yes to everything is made firm, is it not? When something happens, are you able to say yes, Or do you even say no? When something happens, then from saying yes, Hanji, you become so firm in Nanji that even if father were to tell you something, you would not listen to him. When the little children came at beginning of establishment in order to make this lesson form for them, Bab Dada always used to say no means to be an atheist, and to say yes means to be a theist. So are all of you? Who are all of you? Atheist or theist? Yes, we are theist. We are saying yes to the every teaching and every code of conduct of God. Are you theists? You are not a theist, are you? Do you sometimes become those? You play games. You have become knowledgeful of Maya because Maya is also knowledgeful. Maya is knowledgeful in making you fall, and you are knowledgeful in flying. So Maya also sees when your flying fluctuates a little, and when she sees that, she attacks you. However, because you are knowledgeful, you know beforehand, and so you are not defeated. You are garlanded with the garland of victory. Is there a garland of victory around everyone's necks, or do you sometimes take it off? Okay. Acha, are those sitting at the back enjoying themselves? This is also the Madhuban's area, is it not? And so, can such a huge mela or gathering take place anywhere else except in Madhuban? No, it cannot, can't it? So, Madhuban is your unlimited home. Here everything is unlimited, whereas everything has to be considered everywhere else. Here, when you have a thought, it happens practically. So, each of you has arrived at the godly gathering or a mela through your own fortune. All of those who have come here for the first time this cycle, raise your hands. In the gathering, 13 to 14,000, the majority were the new brothers and sisters. It is good. You are seeing all of this on a TV. Look, the majority of facilities of a science has been invented recently. A few years ago, these facilities of science did not exist because we are not able to see the gatherings on a TV. For whom have they been invented? For you only. Bab Dada is congratulating the scientist because Baba's children are experiencing happiness from these, and they look so good. However, what does Bab Dada wish now? How many years have it been since establishment? You are now making preparations for celebrating the Diamond Jubilee. Bab Dada has called all of you children the crown prince. All of you are the kings here. A king is seated on a throne, is he not? Yes, we are the kings here. So, all of you are crown princes. The signs of a kingdom are a crown, a throne, and a tilak. These are the signs of a kingdom, that we have a crown, we are sitting on a throne, and we have a tilak on our forehead. Therefore, this year, tilak of success. Okay, therefore, this year, whether you are a new or a old, the time for completion is closed for the new ones as well as the old. Do not think that you will also perhaps get 60 years. No, you have to make up that time. If you have come last, you have to go fast. If you have come last, you have to go fast. However, whether you are new or old, the time of completion and becoming perfect is the same for all. I am a self-sovereign soul. The tilak is for his awareness, is constantly applied. It is not that it is sometimes erased and sometimes applied. No, to be a ruler means to have a tilak. The tilak of this awareness should remain eternally on you. It should not be ordinary. I am one who had a tilak. I am wearing the crown of responsibility of a world benefactor. Everyone have this responsibility. The world is so large and all of you are a world benefactors. The Father is not this alone, as well as with the Father, each of you is this, means you are also the benefactor of a word. So, you are the ones who have the crown of responsibility of the word benefit and are constantly seated on the Father's heart throne. Do not ever come down, constantly be seated on the throne. Generally, parents do not allow their beloved, most loved children to go into the dust. They do not let them to step on the ground. So you are also beloved to the Father. You are also there others to come. No, you are those. So do not get off the throne and put your feet on the ground of having an ordinary form and ordinary thought. Let the feet of intellect always be seated on the throne. You are the children of Supreme Father. You are not children of some Mahatma or Dharmatma, but you are the children of Paramatma, the Supreme Soul. All of you have very good intoxications at the moment. It is visible and it will remain eternally. Will it not? Or will it remain for a little while, or you will then battle and gain victory? Is it not like that? Is it? Are you Brahmins or warriors? We are the Brahmins here. You are the Brahmins. You are not warriors. Do you battle? No. Or do you sometimes become a Brahman or sometimes a warrior? No. If you have to battle with Maya, you can then understand that you are a warrior. To be a Brahman means to be a victorious, and to be a warrior means to be a battle. Bap Dada sometimes has a lot of compassion for some of the children. You sit down to have a yoga and then battle at that time. You say that you had a yoga for 1 hour, but for how long did you battle in that 1 hour? For how long did you have a yoga with the God? If you do not experience anything for any reason, it is definitely the stage of battling. You are battling with your thoughts. Bap Dada says that you are a yogi children, but that you become warriors instead. For how long will you battle? Till the end. Will you battle till the end? Should Baba gives you permissions to the battle? Do you want this permission? Do you not want it? In that case, why do you battle? You become so weak and Maya makes you so dependent that you battle even when you don't want to. Some servants are very innocent, and so some masters make them subservient. For something that the servant is not able to do, the master would still ask him to do it. He says, why else do you have a job there? So Maya also does the same. You do not want this, but because of being weak, you have to remain subservient on Maya. At that time, are you yogis or the warriors? You cannot be called yogis. So Bap Dada wishes each children to become a yogi child, not a child who battles. Bap Dada does not like to see the children laboring in a battling. You are the godly children who constantly see in enjoyment and pleasure, not those who have to labor in a battling. So, what will you become? Yogi children or warrior children? Yes, we are yogi children. Will you become yogis, or do you also like to battle a little? No. At this moment, you are saying yes, yes, yes. And when you say this, a photograph has been taken. Baba said photograph has been taken. And so this year, let everyone chant be the one of being a ruler. Finish subserviency of Maya to all the souls from every direction in this land and abroad who are observing this scene in their subtle form, to the souls who are sustained by the elevated sustenance and those who are claiming a ruling status through the most elevated study, to the souls who attain all the blessing from the Sadguru, to the constantly victorious souls who are conquerors of a Maya, to the most elevated souls who have stopped constantly battling and are established in the stage of being Raj Yogi souls, Bap Dada's love, remembrance and namaste. And we also says good morning to our Bap Dadas and remembrance from us. Blessing of the Bap Dada is, may you be a true server or do subtle service at a fast speed by paying attention to being in solitude while remaining stable and concentrated. The detail is, in order to serve souls of the unlimited world while at a distance, your mind and intellect have to be constantly free. Do not keep your mind and intellect busy in trivial and ordinary matters. In order to do subtle service at a fast speed, pay special attention to being in solitude and remaining stable and concentrated. Even while busy, take a moment or two to experience the solitude. Although the external situations may be of upheaval, concentrate your mind and intellect on the depth of one in a second whenever you want. You will then be able to become a true server and an instrument to do the unlimited service. The slogan of the day is, a Jnani soul understands all the secret of his knowledge and performs actions, while Raja Yukta means knower of all the secrets. Yukta Yukta means he is tactful, and Yog Yukta means he is concentrated his mind to the God. Intellect is connected to the God. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you so much.